Okay. So, no, you're not seeing things. I did just qualify so far on the pole. Somebody could beat me, but we still have about a minute and 20 seconds until we go to the grid. So, I'll be right back. All right. So, yeah, I just had an issue. I've been having this issue with I start the streams to do these, to basically record my races, so I can put them onto, see, they're talking down there in the chat. Yeah, I feel like every time I have to reboot both, like sim race apps, OBS, and sometimes YouTube when I'm doing live streaming, just to get the thing to work right. So I don't know why it doesn't sync correctly, but it doesn't, sadly. So let's see here. Oops, wrong track. Let's load our race setup in. I don't know if that's... Did I save that? It's 17.5, 17.5. Alright, I think that's where we're going to start. And so, grid, minute 29 seconds, and we did take the pole. By how much? Not much. Tight field. I am going to put less fuel in, though, because I definitely don't need that much. Let's try 8.5 gallons. Let's see how that does. Alright, well, I'm just glad we could get this stream working. Turn off YouTube. There we go. Now we're all set. I think I still have too much fuel in this, but 2 gallons less should make a substantial difference in lap speed, I think. And let's see who's in this race. This, once again, is IndyPro2000. This is probably my 7th race here this week. I've just haven't been able to get any IndyCar races, any IndyCar Road Open races going. At Dover, it's been really low participation, so I've been doing a lot of these Indy Pro races at Gateway, and it's been going great. I've had a couple of really fantastic battles. Definitely go back if you feel like watching them or skipping through them, but basically each one that I'm posting, I've been running in the top and either had an issue while running in the top and had to work my way back, or like in the last race, started from pole, almost fell back to 3rd, but had a hell of a finish. And so that's up for watching.
Catch the pace car.
So the keys to this track, first of all, there's no pitting. And second, unless you have damage. Second, this is just a track where the person with the best setup seems to do, if you do great on restarts, your car seems to tail off towards the end of green stints, and vice versa. So I have previously had a car that's been like really good on the full green stints, but not done as well on restarts. So I accidentally had put in maybe a little bit too much pressure, tire pressure on the left side before, and so I lowered that for the start of this race, plus gave myself 2 less gallons in the fuel tank, and hopefully that would give me a little bit more speed. So let's see what we can do here.
8 cars leaving. Green flag, green flag.
We always seem to be able to do that on the first start. Now this is threading the needle. It's always super tricky through that first corner. Cold tires. Had to breathe a little bit in 3. Almost hit the wall there. My bad. Please don't dive bomb me. Yeah, I just tried to... Again, the car's so tight on the first couple of laps. I tried to stick it and do a great acceleration. And car just doesn't want to do it, wants to push. So let's see if we can pull away from James. So some people have been able to hold flat in 4 with me, and some have only been able to do it for a couple of laps. Got a lap car on the track going slow. Okay, he's in the pits. So there's 21 in this race. Not aware of what the strength of field is. We have the number 6 car, so it's probably not that high of a strength of field. Probably looking at like 1700 or something. Russell Despain looks like he's coming up a little bit on James Curtis back here. I know, all I have to be focused on is what's in front, right? But you gotta be aware of what people are doing on the track. Keep watching your gap times. I do have Crew Chief. I do love using Crew Chief. Unfortunately, he doesn't always give me great information, and I've tried tweaking it, but right now I'm just leaving him turned off because, you know, I can read my own gap times, and in this series you don't even have to pit. But I was doing a little bit of Le Mans practice the other day, and boy, do you need the heads up for the faster classes that are approaching. Looks like Russell got around James. James' car must be falling off. I'm actually surprised it stayed green for this long so far. We've been having so many cautions. But, you know, so far I've been happy with my setup over the length of the run. It's not a particularly great exit. It looks like Russell's got a car that's catching me right now. Yeah, he's catching me. Not quite sure how. Again, I don't know where these guys are finding that extra 10th. It might be in tire pressures. I really don't know. Oh, we got lucky on that.
I shouldn't have said anything on my screen. We were doing so good in the whole cup.
Pace car exiting 2. Checking up on backstretch.
Pit road is now open.
Well, this guy, Russell, it just seems like every race, you know, somebody has got a car that just comes on as the green flag runs go. And I had a really good car in the last race on the green flag runs, but I just couldn't get long enough stretches to use it. And then on the restarts, my car was not as good. So every restart, I was basically just worse and worse trying to defend. So I tried to do a little bit to see if I basically just took the tire pressures down on the left side that I had risen them to try to equalize over the race. And so I brought them down thinking maybe that'll help the restarts, get me a little bit more grip on the left side. Just so I can restart a little bit better. But again, it's possible that on the green flag runs I might be hurting myself now. So, but still, I was doing 30.1s there for race pace, and that's really where I want to be. I don't have my app running right now that shows me the weather. A little bit of a pain in the butt to launch it while I'm in the middle of a race, but yeah, it was like 87, 88 previously. So best lap was lap 6, 29.998. My goodness. So that's moving. That is moving. That's the fastest single race lap that I've been able to do. So couldn't be happier with that. Just have to see, you know, it was, it's unfortunate to watch a car catching you from behind, even though you're putting in basically as good of race laps as you can. Just have to see if Russell knows how to pass people too, or if his car, because this is the thing, once you get past about 8, 9, 10 laps, somewhere in there of green flag, you know, you saw James drop off, and you know, that's usually about the time that the new on the tires wears off, and guys start trickling towards the back if they haven't done enough race stint practice on their cars. Russell starts coming on about that time. So, you know, to me, that's a car that's going to be really strong in the green stints. And I don't know how he is on the starts, but we'll find out whether he can stick with me on a restart.
Okay, bud, green flag next time by.
So we got like 40 laps. This seems to be a pretty common number that we start getting the first caution or second caution. Seems like the past few races I've just been saying, 40 laps to go. But if the last races are any indication, we may have several more cautions. I would just love to see how one of these things would play out if we just had, you know, total green flag, you know, start to finish. That would be awesome.
Get ready, going green.
I have no idea whether that works. I'm actually going to try to do a video. I was thinking about it the other day about whether tire warming actually works. Maybe somebody's already done that, but I just had a feeling like I should do it just to see. Because it makes sense. I mean, they do it in real life for a reason. But how much do you really get?
Green flag, green flag.
See, this is the thing.
We'll flag it out.
Oh boy.
No problem. Pit road is closed. Catch up, 11 cop. Catch up, 11 cop. Catch the ice cop.
What was that for?
I have no idea.
Simon, you're gonna have to serve a black flag because you passed Derek before the start finish line.
Pit road is now catch up, easy cop.
Base in 3.
So exactly what happened?
Well, I have no idea what happened, so I was hoping somebody on radio would tell us, but yeah, we got 1 lap in before caution, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. We don't even know. I mean, is there anybody crashed on the track? I don't see anybody. So I was just mentioning this in the last race. We were talking about it in a previous race about how long these cautions are, and I'm not going to complain about it too much. I'm just saying, like, we don't. There's not even a car. Like, there's no cars or debris or anything. So I don't see what the point of, you know, not only this lap, but 2 more laps under caution is really all about. But I don't run iRacing, so the only thing is, like, I just, when it comes to starting, the way that I've been starting is the thing that works the best for me. When I try to bring up the field slowly, it doesn't work. I mean, it just gives everybody a chance to basically jump on me. So the only way that I can beat them is to hold off until the last second and then accelerate. And I feel like that's a clean way to do it too, because it's just one start. It's a steady pace until you jump on it. And there shouldn't be any accordion problems with something like that, because again, it's a steady pace type start. So far, it's been fair, and I have not noticed many cautions off of the starts that I do. But I don't even know what happened in this one, and nobody talked about it. So it's the worst kinds of starts are the ones where you get the accordion effect, not just once but like twice, when somebody just wants to check up the whole field before they take off. And again, I just don't think that's necessary. I think you're the leader. You can choose when to go, and if you can, I mean, you have that advantage to jump on the accelerator before the second place guy, so you should have a theoretical, like, couple of tenths, 4 tenths or something, 3 tenths of reaction time ahead of second place, that you should be able to pull out a little bit of a gap in that way. So that's why I start that way. And the only problem is that we do so many restarts that it's like people get used to it. So I have to, like, change where I'm doing it so that they don't get too used to me jumping on it later or earlier, just to keep everybody honest. So I don't know where it's going. All right. Anyway, so we got to do it again. How many cars do we got here? Looks like we still have 18 on the lead lap, 21 in the race. Now, Aaron Roth's back there in 13th. Watch out for him. He's super fast. It's the #1 car, so that's not surprising. We've got some other guys here. Rashad Craig, he's #2 car, so definitely want to keep your eye open for him. But
Ready?
the main guy we're watching out for is the guy behind us, who might try to start alongside of us, Russell, and we're just going to have to do what we can do on this start to kind of leave him behind a little bit.
Can we tighten it up back here? Can we get this back in and tighten it up, people?
Pace cars in. Green, green, green.
It's a good start. Oh, he went around. He went around. He had the same problem as me. He pushed. Yeah, again, I just don't know what to tell you as far as these restarts. You know, the tires are just bizarre. And I mean, the thing just wants to drift up the track. It wants to push so bad on the restarts.
Pit road is now open.
Pace end of the backstretch.
Guys, when we keep having to stop, the tires go cold. So on the restart, your tires still aren't going to stick like they're warmed up. You're going to have to lift or you know, back off or one of the three things, especially one or two on a restart. It's inevitable unless you want to hit the wall or run into someone.
Thanks, number one. I mean, that was no joke. I mean, you saw it. I almost hit the frickin' wall because the thing is so tight. I really wish I had an answer to keep this car from being just it's like a dump truck on the first lap. It's so hard to get it turned. It's so cold. So I just wish I had some answer to make it better, but it's every single restart it's worse.
Yeah, that's what they're modeling from real life, you know. So it's good, but it's frustrating at the same time. I mean, you know, swerving helps warming up a little bit, but still, it doesn't, you know, get them back up to 10 count.
Swerving doesn't do anything on iRacing.
See, so
It actually does in this car. I can't see for other cars. You can go on the forum and it's been proven through data.
so that's interesting.
Yeah, except there's actually no logistic data that actually changes it. It does nothing, dude. The only thing that heats the tires in iRacing is basically dragging your brakes or just speeding up and braking hard. Swerving barely does anything here. And there's tons of data to back that up. Yeah, you really need to learn where you're getting your quote-unquote data from, dude. He's right. There is lots of data to back up that it doesn't do anything.
What a...
Well, I don't really care. I don't need to learn that. I'm not a oval newbie by any long stretch of my imagination. So.
I hope you guys caught all of that. So we're talking about...
But it's not even a per car basis. It's every car. It doesn't do anything in any car whatsoever. Just the speeding up and slowing down real quick does it, but then you could end up in a wall like that, so.
It warms up my confidence.
And hey, we can't, there's probably lots of data to back that up too, so. Only time I'm gonna do it is if I am bored.
Catch stop 11, job. Okay, bud, green flag, next time by.
I think it looks cool. I mean, you know, for everybody watching on TV. And all those people in the stands. Hundreds of thousands of people come out to watch us here. It's pretty amazing.
Oh, the wonderful people of Cardboard Nation.
I heard Tony Kanaan say he didn't think it did anything in real life either.
Nick says they're only here to see the crashes. Yeah, well, if TK says it doesn't work in real life, then if TK says it doesn't work in real life, I believe that, but that's an interesting quote from him.
No one says you can take your tires from 0 to 100 degrees.
I don't know.
Pace cars in. Green, green, green.
Bikini rolling up my pit stall.
Oh man, is it that time of night already? It's 5 o'clock somewhere, I guess. Oh boy, how did he gain so much? Oh man. God damn. I mean, boy, this is bad.
Sebastian, just don't stop like that, dude. You can't stop like that when the squad right behind you. You gotta keep going, bro.
Aaron, keep your advice for yourself, thanks.
Pace on 2.
Pit road is now open.
Sebastian, no. Did you spin? If you didn't spin, you shouldn't have stopped. I almost ran you over because I had nowhere to go because the guy was smack dab in front of me who spun. And there you are doing like 10 miles an hour on the side.
Yeah, I mean, there was a big cloud of smoke. I couldn't see a whole lot.
Just shut the fuck up.
Oh, don't get testy with Sebastian. Don't get, you know.
What am I supposed to do? Just ram the guy that's sitting in front of me just so that I please you? Like, come on.
That's what I asked. I said, did you spin or whatnot? I was just saying that the guy was spinning, and then I had to avoid him because he was smack dab in front of me, and then there you are, like, doing 20 miles an hour on the side. I understand if you had to lift up, but you, like, practically stopped.
Oh man, I just come here
Just
for
go
the
watch
voice
replay
chat.
where you run your mouth. Like, you took me out last week at Road America during the PRL, and did you say sorry? No.
Oh.
So just shush.
Oh, bro, excuse me. I watched the replay about Road America. I had right to that corner. You can. I gave you just enough room to make the corner if you lifted. If you lifted, you would have made the corner. I have the replay. I can put it up anywhere.
And that's what they said on the broadcast too, right? Yeah.
I mean, with all the pacing, is there anything else to do, Nick?
That's actually the first argument of the week there I can remember. But in any case, Sebastian, I didn't watch the broadcast. I don't know what they said. I know what I did, and I know where you were at. When it says clear and your rear end is nowhere near my back tires, or your front wing's nowhere near my back tires going in the corner, I own the corner. When you show up in the middle of the corner, why should I give you room? It's no different than oval racing or road racing. If your front wing is not at the guy's back tire when you go in a corner, you have no right to that corner, period.
Nathan and Nick, on the restart, I'm going low, and I'm going to try and punch it for the line, but then I'm going to ease up, so if you guys want to stay high to get by me, and go about your merry way. I'm more than willing to cooperate.
If you really watch, you messed up turn 1, and I was on your tires by turn 2 on braking, and you closed in and took your apex like there was nobody on your inside. So just slap your mouth as much as you want and don't take the blame, but it's going to keep happening to you if you keep racing like that.
Then
All right, thanks, Daryl.
I mean, I feel like I could just
Yeah, no problem.
mute these guys, but this is so much more entertaining to listen to them talk about their
then
PRL
I told her,
race.
like, this is 1 and 2, right? But if you go into if you go into 1,
They apparently
and you're not
crush
next
each
to the
other
guy,
out.
even if you come close into 2, you have no right to the space.
Yeah,
Even though this is 1-2.
I don't even know the
there's
incident.
One corner coming to exit. If you somehow get to it, you still have no room.
So,
you have no right. He has
I don't
no
know how to
room.
mute them. If I could,
going
I might
between
for
the
a minute
corners
just
to
because
that-
I'm tired of hearing them talk about that ancient history
That
race.
happened on road map.
But I watched the PRL
Trev,
race.
what lap are you on, bro?
What the hell don't you don't get? Anyway, I don't want to talk to you anymore because you just stubborn as fuck.
That's cool.
You just want to give advice to everybody, but don't want to admit your own wrong and your own fucking doing. So, at some point,
Actually, I want to give advice on ovals. I'm still learning road. I know my place.
I have
Okay.
a better idea. How about you let people communicate who are actually trying to talk about race stuff and get information instead of bitching and complaining for like 2 laps.
Pace car's leaving. Green, green, green.
So I didn't massively push that time. Boy, these tires are so cold. It just, these cautions really take everything out of these tires.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh my god!
Pit road is closed. Catch the ice car. Let the ice
It
car
felt like I was wrecking or slagging.
I was wondering the same fucking thing. I'm like, is he going to come down? Is he going to stay up? Is he going to go in the wall? Is he going to end up in the first row?
I'm fine, copy.
Checking up in 4 at the let the pace car by.
Chris, to be fair, from my end, he may not have had any control or seen what was going down, dude, because he was lagging pretty bad as we were going by, man.
Yeah, I think that was a internet issue more than anything.
Or a PC issue. A lot of people assume that if people are blinking, it's an internet issue, and it's not always an internet issue. It can be a PC issue, too, if you're overloading your CPU or GPU.
Catch the pace car.
Okay. Well, like I said, this just keeps not working in my favor, because tires keep getting cold and I keep having to rewarm them, and I just don't think that this setup is the best doing it that way. So, who knows how this one's going to finish out.
So, Trev, if you're starting lap 32, that means I'm, what, 4 laps behind?
I'm on 33, about to start 34.
Oh, yuck. I'm just supposed to start 28. Gross.
The standings say you're 6 laps.
Alright, cool. I turned off my interval and my gap, so...
Yeah, I don't want to start any shit, but I just want to say PRL is one of the most exciting things to watch on YouTube iRacing, so I just love watching you guys. Maybe I might want to join in at some point, but watching Josh Chan and all the rest, everybody out there battling it out every week is awesome.
Dude, I would love to get into shit like that too. The thing is that I don't think I'm good enough, man. I like legit think these guys would just fucking school me day in, day out. So I don't want to be doing like that kind of shit. But there's all kinds of leagues and stuff that I've been looking at to see if there's anything at my skill level. And there's not a whole lot right now, but once I get better, I'm definitely gonna look into something like that.
Yeah, I'm right there. I just want to keep getting better and trying to challenge myself, see if I can hit some of the lap times. Like, again, watching PRL and those different leagues and seeing what kind of times they actually turn on the track gives me, gives me a good benchmark. Like, I wasn't able to hit 59s at Road America, but I hit 2 minutes. So, if I can start cracking into the top times, then maybe I might give it a shot.
Green flag, next time by.
Yeah, and I started 203s at RA and got it down to 201s, but I wasn't able to get much better than that. So yeah, I still clearly have work to do, but I like seeing the improvement. It's always encouraging.
Sometimes you just gotta quit and come back the next day.
Oh yeah, definitely get a clean start on it. I mean, there's a lot of time in setups too, and tweaking these setups to find those extra tenths, but definitely like VRS has been really a big help for me, just figuring out what corners I'm slow at. But then the VRS times aren't necessarily like as good as what they're setting in PRL, so once you get to VRS times, then you gotta go and step it up another notch.
Santiago, you're a jumping bean, bro.
Brett and 5, I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I'll be low. I'm going to try and stay with Nick as long as he gets his rear end in gear. And then once Nick is past start finish, I'm going to slow down.
Just backed so far out to get through these corners. It's crazy. And there I lost a bunch because again, it's just the car just it just doesn't come up to pressure and temp as quick. God dang it.
Caution came out because I slid. I didn't even wreck or hit a wall. Whoa.
If this keeps up, out of like the 6 or 7 races I've done, this is going to be like the least amount of green flag laps I've done in any of these races.
Back to your point earlier, Trevor, that I'm using like the VRS tools are like elite level tools. Like you don't get any better in iRacing at all, for any sim racing for that matter. For tools to learn how to learn and get faster, but you do need all the other setups and stuff, and then find the one that's more comfortable for you to play with. That's why I've got all 3: PDS, Craig's, and VRS, right?
I do all 3 too. Craigslist is top notch when it comes to this car and ovals, period. Joshua Twins chin setups are second to none. VRS setups will always be 2 tenths or more off the pace, and PDS is sometimes somewhere in between.
Let's see, for these cars, I don't find Craig to be very good at all, but however, I do find Craig to be very good on oval.
Yeah, Joshua Chin makes both the road and oval, for this car, so. Yeah, when it comes to the road, it's like a pick-me for me between the 3.
For me, it's open wheelers is usually PDS. Craig's is usually better on oval qualifying. I haven't really gave it a good run in the Xfinity or the Monster Energy cars, or the trucks for that matter. So I guess I'd have to do more testing on them. Their qualifying's really good on those though. His is. And then VRS seems to be a lot better at GT3, and Craig's is better at GT3. So everybody's got their strengths, and I race all of those, so it's kind of neat to have them all.
Yeah, it's a little spendy, but I agree. I have them all three too. Apex is now getting into the game with it, with their setups too. Apex Racing TV.
Yeah,
Never knock or discount the VRS tools. They are like elite level tools to help you get better. There's just nothing like it out there at all. So I got to give VRS props for that one.
I mean, VRS is kind of like a really good Motec in terms of, I mean, I haven't gotten back into using Motec, but I was using it multiple years ago for this and R Factor 2. But the fact that you can get the tutorial lap and all of that stuff in VRS is just like irreplaceable, especially since you can get close. And then as you're talking about with Craig and Josh Chin, I mean, the fact that he's, you know, he kicks ass in PRL and in the other races that he's doing. And then he's like releasing those same setups here. And like you said, I study that setup versus the others, and there's like some real brain work that goes into Josh's you know, how he gets the cars to rotate. And so this setup here is a Josh Chin that I'm using and have tweaked a little bit, and I totally agree, he is on point. But I want to try those other services too.
Oh yeah, I run. This is Craig's shop too, whatever. I think my best lap is what 29.79, I think.
Oh my goodness, I have not been down in the 7s at all. I got into the 8s, I think last qualifying, but haven't been there.
Qualifying, I still struggle with this car, both road and oval, because of the tire and all that thing. Still working on figuring that part out.
Yeah, the thing I think everybody's really waiting for too is in IndyCar, hopefully we're going to get the new tire model and then possibly get the alternating compounds. And that would, I was just thinking how this tire is probably going to act really similar to the black tire in IndyCar when that comes in.
Yeah, I think that they gave the F1 the tire change first to test it out, the compounds.
Yeah, and they're very fun to use, but the problem is the car, even though it is better than it used to be to drive, it's still a pain in the ass to drive.
Yeah, I've never driven it. I might do it in the future, but just been too concentrated on Indy cars and stuff.
Yeah, I have too many now with the Formula Renault 3.5, 2.0, this one, the Indy cars, yeah, it's a handful. Throwing a skippies or two for good measure.
Green, green, green.
Oh man. Looks like Rashad back there pushed a little bit also. And then we've got Chris coming up. Hopefully that's not going to be a problem. That wasn't very good. Pushed a lot. Might try breathing in 3 again.
That car is a lap down.
Kind of had to breathe it on exit there. Wanted to push. There we go. A little breath of life into the car. And we can use this guy, gain a little draft. Separate ourselves from Rashad. It's gaining a little bit. So maybe he's got a good car.
Santiago, man, your blinking is insanity.
And left to go.
Okay, come on, Chris. Don't do me dirty, Chris. I'm going inside.
Outside. Good stop.
Thank you.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Stay low in
Oh.
1 and 2. Stay low in 1 and 2.
Stop, stop. Catch the nice car.
Pace on backstretch. Okay, so we are going to have to do another start.
On the wall. Other one.
Well, great news is that unless Chris moves out of the way, we do have somebody between us and Rashad. So, let's see who's behind Sean Compton. Aaron. Look who's made his way up to 4th. Number 1 there. Aaron Roofs. So he's been doing great. And unfortunately, I was in a race with him. I was in a race with him that we were chasing the leader, and the leader basically chopped down on me. And I exactly right here on the track, right a little bit earlier, right in the center of the apex, he went outside in on me, and basically I reacted to that. I lifted a little extra, and I think the car, either due to aero or just me lifting and turning at the same time, trying to avoid, sent the car into a little bit of a spin. Car went up the track, collected Aaron, and it was really unfortunate because we were having a lot of the same conversation about the tires and staying clean. And so anyway, glad, to see him having a good race. And oh my goodness, that guy's bouncing behind me, Chris. I don't know what happened there. We have a latency of 133. Oh god, he's all over the place. Chris, you just blanked so hard in my mirrors, your front wing came off. I don't know if it actually, it's showing on now, but it bounced so hard the front wing came off.
Earlier, I saw somebody hit the wall when they blinked, and their back tire was all over the place. And then it fixed itself.
Yeah, Santiago, man, you're just blinking so much. You usually don't have this bad of internet problems, but today, this race has been really, really bad.
Yeah, I'm looking down at my ping. You can see that, I don't know, hopefully that's showing up for you in the lower right-hand corner. You see the 59 FPS. Then below that, there's an R bar, a G bar, and then L. The L stands for latency, and that's ping. This is one of the oldest things that we've had to deal with in internet racing is our connection to the server and how long it takes to respond. And frankly, I don't like seeing 133. But it's acceptable. I don't know why my ping is 133. See, there it goes, 100, 133. And that's flashed into 166. It could be because somebody else is using internet. It could be, I don't know what the reason is. I have a very good internet connection. But usually the reason is because they're connecting us to East Coast servers instead of being able to race on West Coast servers, which is where I'm located. And in the old days, you know, it used to make such a huge difference on if I could connect to a West Coast server, my latency would be like down at, you know, like 50, 30, you know, that's a great connection time. But 133 to 166, it's okay. It's probably acceptable for iRacing. Unfortunately, when you're connecting to servers that are like maybe on a different continent, if I were to connect to, say, an Australian or a European server, I would probably have like a 200 plus ping.
Ended, so let's finish it on the green.
Here we go. Let's restart.
Pace cars in. Green flag, green flag.
Nice and safe. Do everything we can to pull a little bit of a lead. Didn't go flat, but close. They're racing behind us, 2 wide, 3 wide for third. Just got to keep a lead for 3 more laps. Was not flat through there, but we actually picked up a 10. There's the yellow, so that's going to do it.
Catch the pace car. Here we go. Let the pace car by.
Checking up on backstretch to let pace car by.
Pit road is now open. Catch the pace car.
That was close there, Sean. Nice win there, Trevor. I was hoping it'd go green to catch you guys, but it is what it is.
Yep, by the time the tires get warm, yellow comes out.
One more lap to win.
Good racing, Aaron. That must have been close across the line.
Yeah, it was really, really, really close. I don't know where the timings are for this series. I don't think it's the same as NASCAR. Maybe it is. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Good win, Trevor.
Hey, thank you guys. Thanks, Sean and Aaron, everybody. It's super clean. I appreciate it, and I'm sure I won't get it so easy next time. Thank you.
Yeah, you can bank on that. Good win, though.
So, I mean...
Nice second place there, Rashad.
Next race you get the chrome more.
Oh, man. Come on, you guys. Let's just finish this thing so we can make it official, okay? Because I don't want to say anything until then. I mean, I did say something over the radio just to thank these guys. All right. There we go. We did it. We did it. We got another win, folks. Pole, win, and I don't know if we...
My crew chief sounded so disappointed they got a P4. Delighted.
Yeah, good job there, number 16, to get up to 4th. Looks like you had a good run, man.
Yeah, happy one, thank you.
Oh, man. Another one in the books here, folks. Beat some good guys in this group. Again, it means a lot to beat Aaron. I know that Sebastian had a difficult race, and I got a couple of really good challenges in this race. Wow. Did the pace car come in fast there? Oh, what a good race, though. Let's just park it like we've done this before.
Race is over.
Stop a little early so we can look at our pit data. That was awesome. Absolutely awesome. The car felt great. It was not easy to defend. Some of those laps were really difficult. Let's take a look at some of the racing. Go to our race. Fastest lap was a 29.9. Oh, love it. It's one of our restarts. I kind of want to know what happened behind. That might have been it, actually. James Curtis, and then what happened to, let's see here. Yeah, what happened to, Russell? Did he really spin it on that lap? Because he was like my biggest... Let's see here. He was like my biggest competitor in this race. Really, in terms of speed. He's got the F1 livery there. Oh, that's what happened. Yep. Done that. And that's the same lap. He was probably chasing me a little bit because I chased it up the wall and almost got in the wall. Yeah. He probably saw 15 minutes to fix it, so... Alright, this time, I'm going to try to actually, I'm going to save this one. That was a first, actually. That was awesome. And now let's take a look at our results. So, 0.17 safety rating change. We got back some of these points that we've lost, gotten taken out in a couple of races. We didn't get the fastest lap. That went to Russell, 29.845, but we did turn a 29.9 in this race. And I was following a back marker, so it's possible I set that during that lap, number 46. I'd have to go back and see, but biggest extra news is iRating change of 69. So we've gotten back a lot of the iRating that we've lost. I think this is our highest number that we've been to date. And so now we're looking at hopefully 2200 iRating. This one is the one I'm a little bit more concerned with, the safety rating. Yeah, it was only a 1435 strength of field. So it's kind of weird because I beat two guys that were in the 2600. Here's 2400, but here's 2500, 2100. But yeah, we got some guys like this guy, Jason, poor guy, 302 iRating. How does that work exactly? 630 iRating, 255 iRating. I mean, I don't really understand what this person is really doing, to be honest. I don't know if they're just not interested in doing the race, or if, you know, there was some comments about people purposefully tanking their iRating and stuff to get into lower splits in the big races. So anyway, we won this one. What did you think? Good racing? You liked it? Hopefully you did. Like the video, please, on YouTube, and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.